What's up, everybody? Coming back at you again. This is the man, or if you want to go with Art and the Style says, this is the brother man. 50 grand, 100 grand coming back at you once again. Hey, I got an interesting topic that I want to talk to you guys about. I know it's the New Year's, and in some parts of the world, it's already New Year's, I think. I don't confess to be a a time scholar, right? Even though if I probably wanted to find out, I could, but I am not. So, with that being said, if it is New Year's already and you're a part of the world, first of all, congratulations, Happy New Year. And if it is not, thank you very much for hanging out with me pre-New Year's. I have something else that's pressing that I have to do, so I cannot hang out with you guys all night, and I wouldn't want you to hang out with me all night. What I would really want for you to do is to get out and go have some fun, go kiss a chick, or what y'all say? Go snag a batch, or whatever y'all say, right? Go get you somebody, you know what I'm saying, to bring in a New Year's with, so you can have some fun, right? I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the topic. Today's topic. Shout out to my man, Pastor $40. Shout out to him. My first cash app for the show. So thank you very much. My first cash app. Thank you. So all of the money that I'm using, 100% of the money that you send in is going back into the show. Okay? It's going back into the show. So this is not money to go feed my kids or anything like that. No, this is money so that I could continue to provide a show for you so that you can get the things that you need. Now, there are a lot of expenses because there's a lot that goes into being a content creator, right? So you guys will see me hanging out here. You know, it's a lot. Hey, yo, Jamil, what's cracking, man? What's good, man? Hey, it's good to see you, bro. Let me see. So there is a lot of work that goes into this thing. I have to talk to people from all over the country. I talk to people on the West Coast. I talk to people on the East Coast all day, trying to make sure that I have everything right for you guys and that I'm doing things the correct way because we're building out, like I said, building out the Patreon. We're building out the YouTube channel. You know, then they got Streamlabs, OBS, you know, and there's all of these other things that's supposed to be used to be entertaining. So there's a lot of different things that goes on at one time, but it's not just information that we're bringing you. It's actual things that you need in life because it takes a lot to be a playboy, right? It takes a lot to be a playboy. Now, the topic of the show today is about playboys. You must fail forward. What does that mean? A lot of guys, when they fail at whatever it is that they're doing, they may fail at relationships. They may fail at, building Legos, whatever it is. They tend to go get depressed. They tend to start doing things like women do them. What do? Oh, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. Oh, because this is how my mama taught me how to handle this. This is how my mom taught me how to handle this. I have to. Give me a second. Yeah, I want to call this the New Year's edition. Right? But this is but you, my mama said it's okay to cry. It's okay to be a failure. I have to let it out. Man, if y'all don't knock it off, you have to go forward. Okay, yep, that's fucked up. That didn't work. Well, that didn't work. That's a failure. Got to keep moving. So there's nothing wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong at all with saying that. You know, some of y'all had mamas and daddies. They were just failures. And if it wasn't for the government, you wouldn't have a place to live. Because they just got so used to messing up. Just got so used to it. Take me a little sip of this water. They're so used to falling down all the time and expecting for somebody else to pick them up. Oh, somebody else is gonna fear. Somebody else is gonna pick me up. Oh, remember that business I started way back in 19. What? Yeah, the business I had in 1999. What? Businesses are designed to fail. There's no surety in everything. Listen, a lot of you guys need to go back to college. A lot of you guys need to take some college math and statistics. You need to take a stats course. Because you have no idea really about probability. So when you fail, you're not failing and using logic behind your failure so that you can press forward to the future. No, what you're doing is you're accepting failure. And this is the reason why you go out and you have women that are failures. And you accept mediocrity. You accept failure. Oh, I failed. And now you feel guilty. Now you feel guilty. Right? And so as you're starting feeling guilty, you allow people to put guilt trips on you. You allow people to put guilt trips on you. I'm not going to stand here and say, praise the Lord. Guess what? I've come here in the name of Jesus to tell you, you will never fail again. I will not do that. Because you will fail again. And you will fail times over. Because the probability of you failing is high. there's very few companies that's out here that have existed that hasn't really had any failures or setbacks. Very rare. I'll give you a couple. Coca-Cola. Well, Coca-Cola have had some failures. I guess with that Coke tube and that, they've had some failures. But the company itself didn't fail. The project failed, but not the company. But then you have companies like M&M's. M&M's and Mars. I think M&M's is Mars because it's Mars and something else. Mars and Murray. That's what M&M stands for, I believe. But you have that company. They didn't fail. Now they may have projects that fail. And so that's kind of like how you have to look at life. That you are not the overall failure. You may have a project that failed. Okay? If you have a business that failed, consider it a project. Because everything is not 100% absolute. But you got to fail forward. Because if you don't fail forward, you'll fall back. And what's happening is, as black men are falling back. That's the reason why you hear all of these guys that's on the internet right now. And what are they talking about? History. History. Oh, well, I really don't want to do business with another guy. I mean, I've been burned by so many of these guys in these spaces. Fail forward. Fail forward. This world is about trying and trying and trying again. Hell, if the airplane industry would have thought that, guess what? We would have no airplanes. With zero. Do you know how many airplane crashes they had? How many times the airplane didn't work out? Hell, even Leonardo DiCaprio did a movie about the guy from Southwest. The guy who owned Southwest, was flying in one of his airplanes one day, crashed into the neighborhood. What if he would have stopped? There'd be no more Southwest Airlines. And I mean, literally, he crashed into the community, like into people's houses. He did. And he didn't stop. Now we got Southwest Airlines. And at the time, I think it was American and Delta and all those other companies, right? Jay Boogie, what's up, man? You know what? I am going to start getting some sound effects for all of you guys, because every time you show up, I'm going to hit the I've got to play some horns for you, bro. So I'm not going to forget that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write that down right now. I'm going to write that down. Horns for Jay Boogie. Hell yeah, get down. Yes, sir. On my mod, you're gonna have you some horns every time you show up, bro. Get that bump. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, back to it. Failing forward. You got to. Because in order to do so, You got to keep taking risk. You got to keep taking risk. Most guys don't want to take risks because they mothers. See, women are not natural risk takers. They just not. This is the reason why a lot of them are very selective about the penis that they have. Right? So they're not natural risk takers. What they do is that if they feel emotionally safe with a guy, this is the guy that they're willing to have sex with. Guys are risk takers. I know it's tough talking to a lot of guys who have been blue pilled by their mothers. And your daddies, a lot of times, they didn't even give two, they didn't give two shakes about you. Right? So with that, let me see. I know it's some people asking, some people. If y'all hear me lose my train of thought, that's because people is asking me for the link. As if the link, I believe the link is at the top. So if you guys want to show up, the link to the StreamYard is at the top. Right? But I will go ahead and I will send a link to some people. Yeah, they hit me up via Messenger. Where's the link? Where's the link? But then every time I give them the link, they don't show up. So I think I want to stop giving them the link. And then I want to start just posting up on Facebook. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. We have Facebook, websites, all of that stuff coming up. Let me see. This week. So this new year is going to be a hell of a new year. It's going to be a hell of a new year. January is going to be a powerful month because we're gonna have a Facebook. And even as I'm sitting here looking at the Facebook, man, I am sitting here looking at a chick that I dated way back in high school, and she's trying to look like she's 18 years old all over again. She's trying to look like she's 18. I guess she's failing forward. See, women don't have a problem with making sure that their value is making sure that their value is up. Right? How they see things in their head is that no matter what they do, they still are going to remain valuable. No matter how many times they fail, they're still going to remain valuable. Oh boy. All right, let me see. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing, brother. How
Hey
you
man,
doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Let me see some things, man. Evidently, trying to get this whole YouTube thing to working properly. You know, so we're talking about failing forward.
Failing forward. I've never
Failing
heard that
forward.
expression. I've never heard that expression before.
Well, what it is in general, it's about as men, instead of when you fall back, when you fail at a project, when you fail at a business, when you fail at something, you know, people, you know, they tend to keep their head down and they don't pull themselves back up and they don't get back in the game.
Yes.
Right? So they typically have a defeatist mindset. Give me a sec. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize. I apologize. That was a very important phone call I had to pick up.
We, we,
But
we're, we're going back. We're going back to aunties. All right.
all right,
What's
Trip, we got you. We got you on the show, man. You on live too, man.
Oh, okay, man.
How
What's
you doing?
Yeah.
what's happening?
Ain't nothing, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Frankie, say what's up. What's up to the man show?
We got Frankie in the building.
Yeah, we got black. we got single black, not triple black. I'm triple black. You already know. Anyways, Frank man, hello. What's popping? What y'all talking about, man?
All right, man. So we're talking about failing forward, man. We're talking about failing forward. So when you fail at a project, when you fail at, a business, or when you fail at, a relationship, or whatever the case may be, how you got to keep pressing forward. How you got to
Yeah.
keep pressing forward. How you got to keep moving forward, man.
I mean, it's failure is like the best feedback you're ever gonna get in your life. I mean, the thing about it is there's nobody that, I mean, if you look at the richest people in the world, you look at Steve Jobs, they have way more losses than they have victories. And it's the same thing with Bill Gates. Way more losses. Like, you don't know about all the failed shit that Microsoft has put out. There's probably thousands of projects that just completely were dumps. Same thing with Mark Zuckerberg. They all fail. You know, you can fail your way to success. All you gotta do is just be right one time. You know what I'm saying? And even in a relationship, man. All you gotta be is one. All you gotta be right is one time. You know, that's all you gotta be. You gotta be right one time, and that's all it takes. But it's just there's just too much. The thing about it is like, and I think we had some of this conversation before off air. It's like there's just too much miserable people, and with miserable people they magnify the failures of people and try to shame people. That's why people are scared to fail. That's why you have people that are so, like, they're just scared to take risk because of failure. You feel me? It's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what person hasn't been played in life? Huh? Name one
Hey,
person.
I can't.
Huh?
I can't. Not at all.
There's not a person. There's not a person, but you're sitting there. I mean, like for instance, you'll have like let's just talk about like the dating culture in YouTube, right? You got motherfuckers that've taken a lot of L's, right, in relationships and stuff like that, giving you relationship advice. Why is that? You would think the people that are winning all the time would be doing that, right?
Right.
Wouldn't logic tell you that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's what we would think. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I mean, listen, I mean, like, you got alpha males sharing women.
What?
That's not supposed to happen. If you're the alpha male, supposed to be the alpha male, right?
Uh-huh.
How's that happen?
I wasn't even aware of that.
But I'm saying,
Because alpha. Well, the thing is, okay. So, are you saying these alpha males are sharing women, and they know
yes,
of each
they
other?
are. They are. They share it. Like,
I mean, like they're in some sort of relationship or something like that, or they just saying, I just had her and that's it, and she can go ahead on.
Right.
Oh, then that way, then yeah, that's normal.
They don't.
Yeah. Well.
But a lion is not sharing his lioness with the world.
Right. Well. All right.
I mean,
So
we look at the animal who's usually at the top of that bitch is a lion, right? That's what we use as like a litmus test or the benchmark. A lion, the way that the lion moves, right? is a lion really sharing a bitch with anybody? No. So what do you have these guys that are parading themselves around to be alpha males talking about that, you know, they deal with bitches from the streets that been used up and shit? How can you be alpha if you're doing secondhand shit?
Well, the thing is that a lot of these guys are the beta males.
Right.
Let's just call it what it is, right? The beta blue pill, you know, guys.
Doesn't have anything to do with pills. Go say hi to Uncle.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is this is because they've been raised by their mothers.
Yeah, of course.
So the view that they have about sexuality is a perversion. So not only do we have a perverted view from the pinkos, but we have a perverted view from our mothers.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Okay. So a lot of these guys don't even realize, like, the reason why they're divesting, right? The reason why they're divesting is because you got to look at how their first views of women in terms of pornography was, right? So quite naturally, the first women that, and I don't know, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, the first women that you are supposed to be kind of like thinking about when you're coming up is some sort of your auntie or something like that, you know, your neighbor or some girl down the street or something, right? But somebody that's close to you in proximity. You see what I'm saying? That you'll have some sort of sense of sexuality from. The deal is that a lot of these guys don't even realize that their first taste of pornography or something like that was from the pinkos. It was probably a Playboy magazine or a Hustler magazine or something like that. You see what I mean? So they don't understand even really why they're divesting out. You see what I'm saying? Or why they're dating out, why they're choosing other groups of women or even over African American women. They're
choosing other groups because they live in it, and Mama doesn't understand that guy by the time he's 18 is completely tired of her toxic behavior. Like, they don't want nothing to do with that toxic behavior. They don't want anything to do with that, and they associate that toxic behavior with the very women that they're
picking up.
them. Huh?
Yeah, they are.
That's why you see a lot of these young men, they're like completely repulsed by black women because they grew up and seen mama.
Right. You know, but a lot of them enjoy that toxic behavior. They've been taught, you know, they've been conditioned to be around that toxic behavior. They've been conditioned to enjoy. They've been conditioned to say, well, this is life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's not life.
Yeah.
I was telling people, even my little brothers, nephews, everybody for a long time, there's a lot of planet out here. There's a lot of world out here. Right. And it's a shame. It's a shame that hold on a second. Sometimes I'm losing my train of thought because I continue to get like feedback. I keep getting feedback from the villain sphere. Right. So I have like some updates and things like that. So as you know, I deal with like a lot of people now. And a lot of people, they don't like the list. All right. No matter how many times you can explain it, they don't like the list. Okay. Did you just hear that?
No, I mean,
No. I'm asking you a question. Did y'all just hear like somebody just popped a shotgun outside my window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, the list is a cold. It's a cold dose. I mean, it's a cold glass to sit your ass down somewhere. You ain't it. That's what the list. Sit your ass down somewhere. Like, I mean, how many black households is it okay to tell mama to sit your ass down somewhere?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, man. Hey, you are exactly right. You are exactly right. As a matter of fact, that list is describing. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I honestly did not even think about that list is describing these guys' mothers.
Exactly.
Oh. That is crazy. That is crazy. I never thought about that. Now, not one bit.
They've pedestalized their mama so much to where, like, they start saying not all women. What do you mean?
Right. What do you mean by not all women?
It is. I mean, it is.
All right. What do you mean by
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out.
Yeah, I was muted up for a second. But yeah,
I
you
mean,
are absolutely right, man. You know what? I am actually taken aback by that.
Imagine you guys ever had those dreams where you those dreams, right? Where you're running, but you just can't get away. That list is that dream. No matter what you do, you can't get away.
Let's just say, right.
You can't get away.
Wow, that is damn. Perspective is a motherfucker. And I did not get actually, because the list was for guys when they're going out dealing with girls. Right? The list was never designed. See, I never thought that. Here's an example, fellas. The list is actually a success. I did never aim it to be a success. Right? But even if the list was a failure, I was not going to stop doing what it was that I was doing, right? In the space. All right. You're not gonna bat 1,000. You're just not. And it's okay if you don't bat 1,000.
They're not even batting 10. Like 10%.
Well, okay, so in terms of baseball, if you're looking at it, right? You would have to be roughly batting 100 if we're talking about batting percentage of terms of 10%. All right. So that means 1 out of 10 tries, which is not bad. Well, it is kind of bad in baseball because you at least want to be batting somewhere at least 250 or something like that, 300. But the deal is this. We got Nino in the building. What's good, Nino? What's up? What's up? Nino, man, what is up with these guys, man? Constantly talking about the list, man. What is up with that? Maybe you can help me out with that, Nino. Maybe you can help me out with that. Because we actually have some intelligent brothers that's up on the screen.
I told you what it is, man. It's a cold glass of sit your ass down somewhere.
It's a cold glass of sit your ass down somewhere.
You ain't it.
Hey, we got Trip. We got Trip. We got Trip on the show. Shoot, shots fired. Shots fired. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, you and those monkey nuts that you got on your head. It's ugly.
My man Jay Boogie say, I like the list for a foundational stage. Right. All right. So I'm on this whole Playboy tip, right? And I want you guys to go out, get spiffy, look nice, enjoy the world, have good concepts about the world that's around you because you're an adult, right? If you want to get off into your politics, get off into your politics. If you want to do your things, hey, I think we got a bot, Neil Carlson. Hey, my snipers, shoot him down real quick. Hey, so yeah.
Hey, I'm
So
about to drop off, man. My little man getting restless. I'm
Hey, bro.
I'll let you man later.
Hey, thanks for popping up, bro. Thank you very much for popping up. And I want to and little Frankie, hey, if we don't talk to y'all then, I think you're out ahead of us, man. Happy New Year, bro.
Hey, say Happy New Year, Daddy.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
All right.
All right, in a minute. Peace. But yeah, so it is. It's a cold glass of sit your ass down. Right?
Yeah, because I always heard that. What you said about your first experience of female femininity is that close around you. Man, that's yeah. I've heard of that all. I heard of that a lot, and my mother and my aunts was not. I would never choose a woman that resembled them at all.
Well, so you would typically pick out the sexy aunt, right? You typically pick out the sexy aunt. Now, it's unfortunate that everybody don't have a sexy auntie in their family. But you'll pick out some other girl in the neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, I always like sexy older women when I was young, but now I like younger women as I get older, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I will not mess around with anything outside of an 18-year-old. She must be a bona fide 18-year-old, right? If she's
Yeah.
not, then there's nothing for us to talk about. You know, there's nothing for us to talk about. And here's the reason why. I'll explain to you the reason why. The reason why is because we are being robbed of femininity. Okay?
Yep.
We are being robbed of femininity. So only thing we have now is these masculine females running around the country.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few feminine females, but there's not many. I don't know if you got something playing in your background, bro. But it's loud. It's coming over. Yeah, very loud. I don't know if that's the TV or what. And so we're dealing with a lot of these masculine females. I can understand the gripes that a lot of guys have. But guys are like, I'm divesting. Right? I'm getting out of this country. Well, you're supposed to be a player. Anyway, there's nothing stopping you from traveling abroad. Other than money, what could possibly be hindering you? The answer is nothing. Now, I can understand if you just get out of a marriage or something like that, you got kids, something, then life happens.
Uh-huh.
right? But other than that, nothing else is supposed to be stopping you from traveling. Nothing else is supposed to be stopping you from divesting. But see, the mind is having this huge point of confusion. And so you will quickly become distrusting of your brothers because they owe you a couple $100. You'll quickly become distrusting of them, right?
Uh-huh.
And say, I'm going to trust the Pinkos, even though they have been known to steal, kill, rob, cheat, do whatever, and not trust your brother, somebody who looks exactly like you. Whereas the Pinkos, they steal from each other on a massive level. Let me make something clear to you. The Pinkos, they steal billions from each other. Look at Bernie Madoff. Prime example. Bernie Madoff made off with all of their cash to the tune to where he still had $60 billion left of their money. Do you think for a half a second the Pinkos are going to stop doing business with each other? Do you think so? I don't think so. Not at all. See, the Pinkos, they fail all the time. The Pinkos fail all the time. They just fail forward. That's what they do. They fail forward. And then they say, well, there was not too much that we could have done about that. So, let's go ahead and let's see what the next thing is that we can do. How can we prevent that from happening in the future? And then they just dust themselves off, or they might even go buy themselves a new suit. And they keep it moving. A lot of black males, they don't do that. Because they too busy crying to mama. So, with that being said, I want to show you guys something. I kind of want to show you guys something now. I want to show you how not to do what it is that I'm talking about. Now, there's these guys that's in a so-called villain sphere, right? To me, I think they're nice guys. I think they're pretty good guys, right? But I'm trying to show you guys exactly the exact opposite and what failing forward does not look like. I want to show you guys what failing forward does not look like, even though these are some highly intelligent guys, right? Give me a sec. Let me cue this up because I want to be able to share this responsibly. I want to be able to share this responsibly. Give me a half a second. Now, there are some guys that, and that, for all intents and purposes, I kind of respect these guys, right? I mean, I don't I'm not gonna go too much into it, but what I want to do is kind of give you guys a rundown of who exactly it is that I'm talking about here. Give me a half a second because I'm queuing it up. And let me see. All right, let me kick Nino out of here real quick.
I felt kind of like you feel. You know what I'm saying? Where I was just tired. I was just real fatigued.
Now, NT,
like, you know what I'm saying? For like
I like him.
3 days.
You know,
I didn't want to
he
get out of
comes
bed.
over,
kind of like had
says,
some
"What's
body
up?"
aches. And then,
I had a fever. I couldn't break my fever for 2 days. And I was just like, man, I'm over this.
yeah.
Well, see, but you were allowed to, like symptoms. I've been around people who had COVID. Every time so at this point, I'm starting to feel.
So NT is good. Sir Abadiah was good.
Knock on wood.
I know.
Oni is fantastic. You know. So
I'm saying, be careful.
It mainly attacks your lungs. So if you got asthma, you can't play with it.
Yeah, well, but I haven't, like you said, I haven't had an attack in over like 15 years.
Right. Guess what? When I got this pinch, it triggered the asthma, and it just
that's what I'm scared of.
How strong it was.
That's
like
what
so here's what the deal is, right? These guys, they have. This is supposed to be the villain's fear. Now, to me, you know, I'm thinking like, hey, you know, we're cool or whatever the case may be until this one guy, Cerulean, Gray, he gets to, you know, early in the morning saying shit about me as if I'm not up all day and all night, right? And, you know, a lot of these guys, they're not happy about the list. Okay?
Yep.
They're not happy about the list. Now, the reason why they're not happy about the list is because of the women that they talk to. As you can see, that the woman that they're talking to right now, Topaz, she seems to have weave in her hair, makeup, and this other girl here, I guess Shauna or something like that. I don't know her name, right? But we're talking about, and here is the reason why I'm saying what it is that I'm saying here about failing forward and what you guys must do. Right? You cannot spend your time in your life. Sir Abadiah is cool. I mean, I think that the guys are great. But I think there's a time and place for this, right? At some point in time, you got to go out and you got to go be Playboys. You got to enjoy the world because you cannot get caught up in Star Wars. You cannot get caught up in, you know, 1980s comics and cartoons and shit. You know, life, that is not life. That is not life. Right? Because I was going to go over there and say what's happening to him earlier. Say what's up to him earlier, right?
Yes. What happened?
I had got a phone call and I had to deal with I had some business.
Okay.
Now, look at this brother down here, the dark side of the force. Could you guys see this brother at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, I can see him.
I don't know if I got to blow this up some more.
That would probably help.
This brother here has on a full Darth Vader helmet.
Oh,
come on, man. Come on, man. It's New Year's Eve. And your ass got on a Star Wars helmet. An outfit as if you're fucking Darth Vader. Listen. You can call this a failure. Okay? I can understand tilling around with the kids, the cartoons, something like that. These are grown men. And wonder why we have problems out here in the world. These are grown adult men who are finding pleasure and escapism in this shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. This might be your thing. All right? This might be your thing. You might like anime. You might like you might enjoy I don't know, shit, music. You might enjoy a lot of different things.
Yes.
There's a such thing as it being called a hobby. It's a hobby. You may do it a little bit every fucking day. The life of a man is to gather resources. And you are not supposed to stop gathering these resources. You are not supposed to stop being a man.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yes.
You are supposed to be continuing to go out and be playing around and playing around and playing around. It's New Year's. I got some partners that's hit me up today. Yo, we in town. That's why I'm not going to be doing this live long. I'm headed out. How long you in town for? Till Monday. Okay, cool. We're going to be doing guy shit. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. You are not, this is cool if you have children. You put it on, Luke, all of this, and then you let it go. This is stuff that you pass along to your children. Now, they grew up liking this. I grew up liking Transformers. Right? But you will not see me dressed up like a damn Decepticon. You gotta learn to separate so that you can grow up. But there's this thing called delayed adolescence. These guys are suffering from something called arrested development. Arrested development. There's a stoppage in their lives according to the development of their bodies, their minds. Like I said, I like the guys, but they can't seem to get out of, I don't know, bro. What do you think? So, of course, these guys would they would not like the list. They wouldn't like the list. Okay? I know this guy, Ronan. Ronan is A1. Ronan is A1. Okay? I'm telling you. When I'm telling you guys that Ronan and Auntie, these some cool ass guys. These are some cool ass guys. But if you notice, you don't see them dressed up like no goddamn cartoon characters.
Bro, people do strange things for entertainment to get views. That's all I can really
Oh,
attribute
okay.
to it.
So that's what you think this is?
Yeah, just like you got cam girls that dress up and cosplay as anime girls to get views. I mean, I guess you can't really compare the two because he ain't doing it for entertainment, but that's what people do. Now, may I ask, what's the topic? What they were speaking of?
Well, so they were saying something about the list. I don't know what they were talking about the list. All right. But what they I mean really, because I don't really like, I don't do the beef thing. I mean, I try my best to go ahead and squash it, but some people they like to keep it going. Which if they like to keep the list thing going, that's fine. But what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to show you guys, like, look, failing forward doesn't mean staying like this. Okay? Hell, go out. Go get married and get a divorce. Get yourself some kids. Here's the reason why I would say that. Because the reason why I would say that is simply because fail at life. Know what it's like to have some experiences. You dig what I'm saying? Get some experience, gain some experience. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Doing this shit here, you're surefire is gonna fail. You're gonna fail at marriage. Why? Because that shit right there. No, you gotta mature to be married. Nino, it is vicious too. Yeah, marriage is vicious. Let's see, it triggered the girls when he said that. Yeah, and a lot of times, and look, I'm not tripping about saying stuff about the list, right? Mention the list. Talk about the list. Right? Mention it. Talk about it. Keep buzzing. I don't care. Tweet it, retweet it, triple tweet it if that's what you're gonna do. Right? But the thing, what I'm showing you guys is this. The point that I'm trying to drive home is this. Don't be afraid to live. Go out. Have fun. Enjoy life. Right? Enjoy life. Because staying at home, dressing up like cartoon characters and shit, that is not the way to go. That is just not the way to go. It's cool to have a hobby. I'm not saying that wouldn't be some cool shit. Like, yo, you got that shit. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? The dark side of the force? If I was to come over there, hey, man, what's happening, man? Yeah, you went to Star Wars? Oh, man, all of that shit's cool, man. Let's go. When I go over my partner's house, especially in the wintertime, I don't need to take off my coat. We're not hanging out here unless it's time to get some sleep before it's time to go out and go get some girls. You guys have to learn how to have fun, man. You got to learn how to have fun. And I dig it. Let's see, third Ward's list. He said is how to catch the most ratchet hood chick and eat their kids' food up. All right. So here is give me a second because I'm gonna stop sharing this screen here because Dino just said something that's funny, and I want to. I think I know the type of guy that he's talking about here. Just give me a second. Just give me a half a second because I believe I know the guy that he's trying to be. And if he needs some art for it, tell him I got it. Hold on a second. Because I got some pretty cool stuff over here that I've been collecting for a long time. But yeah, man, people growing up, man, people don't want to do that for some strange reason. They want to stay a Toys R Us kid. You see what I mean? They want to stay being a Toys R Us kid. They don't want to grow up. They want to stay a Toys R Us kid. Do you remember that song, that video, bro? Jack.
Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, I said
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
Yeah. I remember my first toy getting from there was Ninja Turtles.
Nino, this what Third Ward say he want to look like.
Me and your girls playing games and losing on purpose.
See, this is what these guys want to do.
That's messed up.
Right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Eating up the kid's cereal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With your headset on. So that's these guys over here.
Trifling mother suckers.
Yeah. See that's what they want to do. You're talking about Junebug. Yeah. So this is what they want to do. And this is the exact opposite. Right? I want you guys to live a life of sophistication. All right. A lot of these guys don't know what a cobbler is. A lot of these guys don't know what having a nice suit is. A lot of these guys don't know, about going out living a different life where, the women are following you. See, these women that's on this show here, they just want attention. They just want attention. They don't really want to kind of they just want attention. That's all they want. Right? That's all they really want. There are some guys on here who want to talk about being serious. And they may have some genuine things that they want to talk about. And I could dig that. Right? But hold on a second. Let me see. Let me pick this up. Hold on.
It's kind of funny. He looked like the guy in that picture you just showed.
Can you hear this? Yeah, he does.
Nah, I can't hear anything.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, gravy.
Can you hear it now?
The only cereal I would actually be generous enough to leave, these Strags and these Ratchets.
Can you hear it now?
It's like some box of kicks. They can have that, but I mean, all the cinnamon. I mean, all the cinnamon toast crunch. I mean, all the honey nut Cheerios.
What was the cereal in the background?
All this
cinnamon toast crunch. That was the cereal that's in the background.
You like that
Oh,
nasty shit.
shit.
You like that nasty shit.
Like
that nasty shit. I love it.
I like Kix. Thank you very
Y'all
much.
are funny.
That shit
I-
nasty.
I haven't bought a box of cereal shit in probably about 20 years, man.
Man, I still
I ain't
got
had a,
cereal. I got
I ain't bought a
cereal.
box of
Bro,
cereal.
I don't eat
almost
cold
been
cereal.
in-
I don't
in
eat
nine-
cold cereal. My
Some
son
days
never
I'm a
had
kid,
it.
some days I'm an adult.
My son never had it.
I
He didn't
ain't,
play that
ain't
shit.
a cold. I
He
ain't.
might have had Pop Tarts like as a snack. That was his choice. But other than that, we don't do cold breakfast and shit like that.
Last
Yeah, man,
time,
I'm cooking your
I ain't had cold breakfast in 9 years.
I cook my damn breakfast. If I can't cook
Yeah,
it, that shit
same
ain't
here. Yeah,
breakfast.
I cook my breakfast.
I
I ain't had cold cereal in 9 years.
In the morning, we ate cereal at night. Cereal just tastes better at night.
Damn sure I ain't eating that shit at
I
night.
eat hot cereal.
Hell no.
Man, listen, right before you go to bed and you don't want to turn on the stove, that shit is amazing.
I eat hot cereal. I eat oatmeal.
And
Exactly. I'm
That's
with,
my problem. That's
Nah,
my
with
problem.
just what Sir just said. Hey, hot cereal, oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, make sure you got your applesauce. You can use canned milk, carnation milk. You can actually use coffee creamer. That's good with oatmeal, hot cereal.
Yeah, or
Yes.
if you want
You can
to
use
honey,
hazelnut, French
use
vanilla, all
honey.
types of different flavors.
you can use honey.
No,
All
not
that.
because I put peaches in my oatmeal.
What
That's
the hell?
fresh
What the
fruit.
hell
I
is
eat
what
mine
the
with
hell
honey.
is wrong?
I put honey on mine. I used to do cereal
You
honey
can
when I was
do
a
all of
child.
that. You know what I'm saying? Fresh fruit, just like she said.
Say, my man said I put coffee creamer in my oatmeal.
What? That's strange.
Well, it's creamer in terms of milk. It is very strange. I never heard of that one. But okay. Playboys. The food to eat. You're gonna eat oatmeal because adults eat oatmeal. However, it's okay to grab yourself a bowl of cold cereal. All right. Don't drink the cow pus. Go grab yourself some almond milk if you need, but don't drink the cow pus.
Yep.
Right? Eat gluten-free cereal. If you're going to eat oatmeal, eat gluten-free oatmeal. Use local honey. Local honey. Put cinnamon, cloves, a little nutmeg because the jury is still out on nutmeg, but a little nutmeg. Why? Because you don't want your insulin levels to spike. And it's good for your blood. Man, I think we got to put out like the Everyman cookbook or something like that. Like what you should be eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, you could make it with some peaches or something like that, or some apples or something, put some caramel apples in there or something like that, right? But don't cook with sugar. So as you can see, the women on a panel, they don't know how to eat. And Auntie, that's a different one. I never heard of coffee creamer putting that. I would have never thought about putting creamer in oatmeal. Ever. But what they're trying to do is find a way to sweeten up the oatmeal. And actually, if you get the gluten-free oatmeal, and I actually shouldn't even be putting this out on the air, right? Because it's already hard to find. So, but if you eat the gluten-free oatmeal, you'll find that it tastes better than the regular oatmeal that you've been eating. It actually tastes better, and it doesn't take long to cook. What is it in here? Okay, apple jelly. I showed you guys. As a matter of fact, I am going to actually put together an every man's cookbook or something like that, or some things that you guys should actually be eating, because you got to step your game up. You just really have to step your game up.
peaches,
Yeah,
strawberries,
peaches. Yeah, it's
blueberries,
plenty ways you can eat
bananas.
with oatmeal.
I
Yeah,
got a
bananas.
question.
I've tried
Who
that.
up here put sugar in their damn grits? Because I'm telling you right now, we
Oh,
can't
that's
be cool.
disgusting.
Don't
I
talk to
used
me
to.
no
I
more.
used to when I was younger, but I stopped when I got older. I
I'm
stopped
more
fucking with
likely to
I
grits.
put
think
cheese in
somebody
my
I eat
put
grits
grits.
collard
plain.
greens
I
with
eat grits
sugar in
plain.
their
I eat grits
toast.
No,
plain.
it's
I hate cheese
it's
grits
I'm
though.
more likely to
and
put
it's
cheese in them.
like shrimp.
I hate cheese grits. I just like
Ooh,
mine
I
plain.
love
Cheese
cheese
grits is
grits.
I
nice.
Ooh,
hate
with
cheese
butter.
grits.
Cheese grits with
Yeah.
I hate cheese grits. My mom loves that shit, but
I'm
I
with
don't love
her.
that shit.
shrimp.
Hey,
But
Nah,
y'all gonna stop. Y'all
you
gonna
use
stop
shredded
slandering
cheese, right? I
cheese.
use shredded cheese.
Y'all gonna stop slandering
I
cheese
love
grits.
I
Goddamn it.
use
yes,
Now you hear what he just said? Y'all gonna stop slandering cheese grits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually just going to take some time about because this is actually going back into failing forward, right? It's actually
Yeah.
going back into failing forward. Do you know what grits are? Jack, that's a question.
Shit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, isn't that wheat?
No. Close.
Then no, I don't know what it is.
So grits is corn. That's what grits
Really?
is. That's
Really?
what grits are. Uh-huh.
I've
Yeah.
never. I gotta look that up. Hold on.
Yes, grits is ground up corn. See, you guys, if you want to fact check me, if you want to try to correct me, if you think I'm wrong about things, call me up on the phone because that's what players do. Grits is corn. What is corn? Corn is 98% sugar, 2% protein. So what you're saying is, I'm going to eat a big bowl of sugar with sugar. No wonder why black women are overweight. 80% of them are overweight. The 80% of them, 60% of them are obese. Now, so if you're wondering why this is so, is because they have no knowledge about what it is that they're doing. And seeing these guys say, I don't want you on the panel.
He is 100% right. It's from less sweet corn, ground it up. That is crazy. I never knew that.
See, we had this show back in the day, right? Called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And in
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he leave the house. He used to go down to the little, make the little right, make the little left, make another right, or whatever the case may be. And then he used to go into the saxophone shop or the woodwind store, and they show you how they make the woodwinds. Oh shit, that's dope. Look at how that's made. And then they come up with all of these little docu-series and shit like that, just in case, right? You don't want to see. Nino said he thought it was a mixture of corn and wheat. Actually, that would be, I think it's malto meal. Malto meal, I think, is a mixture of corn and wheat. Okay, if I'm not correct, but if you guys look it up, you guys can fact check it for me. But I believe that's so. That's what malto meal is. Or nope, I think it's malto cream of wheat. Cream of wheat. I think it's a mixture of corn and wheat, but that's what cream of wheat is, not malto meal. So I think it's malto meal as well. But you guys can look that up if you want to. Now, the deal is this. When you have black women that's this obese, they don't really look at how things are made. They're only looking at what makes them successful in life. So other than that, they should actually shut the fuck up. Because the first thing that they should be learning how to do is to be entertaining to men. That's the first thing that they should be learning how to do. You know why? Because they know nothing of any significance. They can't even feed you in the morning. They don't know what's healthy. You can't rely on sisters for a good meal. Because she says, I will feed you a big bowl of sugar. I believe so. Black people used to have to come up with a lot of things. And what happened is that the corn that they had when they came up with that shortly after the war, I think it was during the World War II. And when they came up with it, it was a way to kind of stave off poverty. It was a way to kind of to fill up the stomach, right? But the corn was different. So the corn, and if you look at in the 1970s, they came up with something called high yield wheat, corn, and soy. And so in order to do that, they had to they start coming up with all these pesticides. So like, for example, Agent Orange. Agent Orange, the spinoff pesticide to that is Roundup, right? And then they start coming up with all these other pesticides to keep the bugs and stuff like that off of the wheat, off of the corn. So they changed it in order to get maximum yield, right? To feed the people, to keep poverty and starvation down. They took all of the other nutrients out, figured out that you only need nitrogen, potassium, and NPK. This is going to come to me, but you only need three things, including the sun and some water, and you can grow corn, right? But fuck if the corn is just all sugar. Fuck if there's nutrients. Nutrients in it. We're trying to stave off starvation. Okay, so we're going to stave off starvation around the world, right? So they changed the recipes to a lot of this stuff. So people who were born prior to 1970 or even in 1970 still had some of that spillover of good food until the 1980s came. And then this is when all of the bad shit started coming. So if you were born in the 1970s, you roughly had a good 10 years of good quality food. This is the reason why the baby boomers are still around. This is the reason why, you can get people in their 50s that still look like they're in their 20s. Okay? Because they had at least a good 10 years of good food. Now, fast forward to these kids today, all of their food is jacked up. And because all of their food is jacked up, you got a lot of 20-year-olds look like they're 50. And then with them having a lot of sex, what's happening with them having a lot of sex is they are getting older faster. So they're going to die young. And they know it. They feel like it. This is the reason why they're saying they'll tell you, I don't care. I don't care if I live or if I die. Which is sad. What you say? She had some salad on her plate. Cornbread and all of that, right? I'm going to fast forward here. Let's see, because she's swearing up and down now that she can cook. Okay, so let me see this here.
All my family's here.
That's still where.
Okay, so if you look at, she got a glass, right, of wine, right? Can anybody tell me what the hell wine, the primary ingredient, or what does wine turn into in the body?
Sugar.
Sugar. Sugar. So here's what I can tell you about this woman. Her ass is going to wind up on dialysis. Because, see, we're the same as men. We could beat our chest. This is why I'm telling the guys, fail forward. Understand what we're dealing with here and fail forward. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's drinking a glass of sugar, so she might as well be drinking Kool-Aid. Hell, she might as well just be eating sugar. Because right there in that glass, I'm roughly looking at about 10 tablespoons of sugar. She might as well drink some soda. Okay? Drink some soda. See, they're thinking that, oh, I'm camming up and I'm looking cool. I want to be just like a man. I could do what men do. Look, fellas, go out in this world, have fun, get yourself some education. Educate yourself on a lot of different topics. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. Once you guys start really spending money on your health, you wouldn't want to drop a load off in this chick because you won't think that she's valuable enough to have one. That's the other thing.
Oh, shit.
On the cool, I will not see a woman with weave in her hair and say that she's deserving of some of my sperm at all. Because
Wow.
I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of money making sure that, I have my vitamins and minerals. I spent a lot. So with this, I would not drop a load off in her.
I'm at, because I'm just a little bit worried about what it's gonna feel like. Because first of all, like, I mean, I haven't.
No,
had
I was thinking about I'm gonna go and lick it on
what
my
it was
forehead.
like back then, and I don't want to. So I stay my ass out of people's faces.
Right, but
Because you're a lush.
crazy from packages you receive in the mail, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. There's no way to avoid it. And my thing is, now I've come to the point where I realize that, we are all going to get it. I feel very certain about it. We all eventually will get it.
Yeah, because
they want to fight and can.
Okay, so they're talking about C19. This is the C19 conversation.
It's just gonna.
Oh, you look at that. Let me stop.
What?
Let me
What
stop.
now?
I'm just talking. Don't pay me no mind.
Yeah, but I'm curious. What? Look at what though?
I said, well, look at that. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm playing.
See, because you do the most, Sean and Sir, oh, y'all do too much.
Do you understand me?
Yeah, it's
Let's
you.
go.
It's you and specifically you. Yeah.
Really?
Y'all know what time it is. I'm a little petty. I need to quit it.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, bro, going live in like another 30 minutes. Cool, going live like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta remind her.
That's what we have to wait on.
Hey man, I gotta keep these weight. Oh yeah, and I had plenty of fun running the boys that last time when we did the fuckery countdown. That was hella fun.
In the whole hour.
Because you was fucking.
Let me stop. Mad and he starts spazzing out, and then me and Rashawn was just busting out laughing, and that's how he snapped. He was mad with what Sir Warren. Yeah, that was a promo for him and all them others.
Well, I gotta ask
but Warren said something in the chat. That's how that got started, and he was paying attention. He wanted to get that shit off. He said, "Man, fuck it."
But just like Auntie, just like your purge idea. Oh my God, you ain't shit. But and just like your purge was like a whole original idea of yours and a whole event. It's the same thing with fuckery. Like people think that we just started it this year. No, we actually did it the year before. We did one the year before.
on Black YouTube. I said that since the first time I saw
we
y'all
did.
do it. I love the way it's formatted. I love the way y'all personalities bounce off of each other.
Make it,
Yeah. And not only that, our favorite, me personally.
That's what
because Brandon and Third be having me fucked up. It be me by myself a whole lot of the time.
Whatever. Anyway, but
y'all do your thing.
Our favorite,
y'all do y'all thing.
And we appreciate that, like for real. But our favorite thing that or at least I'm just speaking on me, but our favorite thing that we started in this, because I don't see nobody else doing this. Our Halloween party specials, like when we actually get in the costumes and shit. Like I didn't see nobody else doing it prior to us, and then like next thing you know, go.
See, I was minding my business. I didn't just go look for that bitch and see that she had the
and not trying to be anybody else. You know, again, it's like how you guys do your thing. That's inspiring. So look, let me try my
dog string. People see you in real time, your expressions on your face, and what I've noticed.
He said,
"Yeah, but we have a good time over there. It just like it ain't no cookie cutter stuff now. Like you got it's an adult based show. We have a good time, and it get a little.
I mean, ain't no but. You gave me herpes, but I went research. Now, fuck all that, because now that bitch feel like it's cool to give people herpes.
Exactly, but
wow. Okay, fellas, stay away from women that sound like this. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. These are not females. These are not ladies. These here are men and female bodies. I'm going to say that again. These are females and female bodies. I mean, when you get the whole woman, we need to name them something else. So maybe that they won't be acting like masculine. Yo. I'm just going to rewind this back a taste.
She sound like somebody's grandma.
Hey, it sounds to me, it sounds to me, you know, the fact that all she wanted to do was just top them off and dome them off all day. It sounds to me she like got one of those plays out of the non mode playbook. Like she stole one of those plays out of the non mode playbook.
I'm not gonna do that.
Sustain.
Y'all better be happy she flipping that chicken back there.
She got it from non mode. She learned it from non mode.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. What happened? Who learned what from non mode now? Rashawn, stop it. So wait, now what happened now?
No, we was talking about that. Okay, so Naughty always plays these Young Jock radio clips, and there was a story of a guy, I guess, you know.
I heard that part.
I would say that basically she sounded like she pulled out that play from the non mode playbook. All she wanted to do was dome them up all day.
See, because in non mode, I mean, if I dome you up, you gonna, top me off. Like, I don't understand what she going with that.
They're exchanging highway robbery.
That is not ordained, okay? The Lord is not pleased.
Right? Everybody wins, right?
Hey, well, you know what? To say this, I'll say this. You know, fair exchange isn't robbery. Fair exchange is not robbery.
Exactly.
So,
okay.
So,
because if you remember, that's why Jesus was turning over them tables in the chapel, because people was in there robbing people. When you do stuff evil, you ain't robbing nobody.
I don't remember that part of the story, but okay.
The Lord is happy. It is ordained.
Okay. All right.
And then another one was, what was another one? It was another one where the guy was like, he had a girl that he really liked or whatever. They was dating, and all of a sudden they stopped dating. So Jock was asking him, well, what happened? Did anything crazy happen? He's
Well, I mean, what's the best advice?
Wait, what now?
I said, if you get put on the couch because, if your sex doll puts you on the couch to do this poor sexual performance, what's the next move?
First of all, a psychiatrist, find out why you listening to dolls. Let's just put that right on out there.
Lord.
So I made fried chicken. I got cabbage that I'm not waiting on. And I got black eyed peas and rice.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You're not supposed to eat all the black eyed peas,
though, right? Can we get a visual? Can we get a visual of the plate? Can you put on the big screen only so we can see the visual of the plate?
Captain, can you put her on the big screen, please? Captain, put her on the big screen.
Please. The chicken and kale salad.
Oh shit!
They look good.
Hey, everybody, let's hop on a bus and let's all raid Topaz's house.
It ain't enough for y'all. It ain't enough.
She said ain't enough for y'all. She said y'all ain't none.
Yo, stingy ass.
Y'all not. She said y'all are not none.
All right. Failing forward, I really want you guys to take a good look at this and use this as a case study of what not to do. So, already fall forward from this. Fail forward from this of what not to do. Look at these type of women and say, no, I don't want this. This is not sophistication. This is a level up from a hood chick. As a matter of fact, she is a hood chick. Just slightly up one level. I don't know her, but this is just what I see.
Really mean. Hold on. That's what none mode really mean.
None of your business, boy.
You mean y'all ain't getting?
Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that because these girls, when they hang out on panels, they want the attention, and so in order for them to want the attention, they want to hang out like their guys. Oh, I could be part of the boys' crew. I could be a boy just like them. Right? I could be a boy just like them. And it's kind of sad because the boys are not saying, listen, you're not a boy like us.
None.
That's what she said, none of your business. She said you're not part of the nun team.
Okay.
She's not part of the nun team. She's trying to say y'all not part of the nun team.
And yeah, see, if you signed up for nun mode, this come with it. So there's a plate and there's
oh, you see, fellas, you see.
Tell me I have to get wrapped in tap just to get a
I love it. Do you understand me?
Now, this is what, if you listen to AMS, and AMS will tell you, he says, listen, stop giving these women non-sexual attention. So if you want to know why when you go outside and you see these women, they got their weave in their hair and they're acting all nutty and all of this other craziness, right? They immediately have a bad attitude about life, right? Understand this is the reason why. Now, I think the guys on the panel is cool, but what they don't realize is that they are giving her non-sexual attention. Do not, fellas, give women non-sexual attention. Unless you are ready to have their company. And what they are supposed to do is that they are supposed to try to get to they're supposed to get to a place where they're entertaining you. But this is not her gaining their entertainment. What she's doing is, and what she has done is, and all of the guys, because of whatever reason, have honed in on this one girl because she's the only one on the panel that's really like setting herself out there. They're not players. They are not players. They're not playboys. Fail forward. Learn from this. Go forward. Press tomorrow. Tomorrow is always good. It's New Year's, right? and I'm about to log off here in maybe about another 20 minutes because you guys don't understand how sickening this actually is to me.
Let's go. So you ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit for that.
Eat, man. All you gotta do is put the food in the fridge.
Listen, if I'm around, it's gonna be definitely some food. Like, I'm sorry, I can't go places where there's no snacks.
No, see.
Now, and did you hear what she said? Now I'm going to tell you something. African American women. Trip, what's good?
Not man. Put my little man to sleep.
Okay, just real quick. I want to make this point real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Because I was right in the middle of something before you popped up. So let me make this a point. Black women, what they consider to be success, African American women at this point in time in history. Education, getting the bag, whatever the bag can buy, and sex. Okay, and I mean like collegiate education. They are not educating themselves on how to make you be healthy, how to make good families or anything like that. So their value system, they don't have one. They don't have one. I will never, ever allow an African American female to feed me, to even suggest what foods I should be eating. Ever. Period. Bottom line. But go ahead, bro.
No, you're absolutely you're having some truth bombs into it, but you got to understand their whole thing about how they operate. Where you say it's about sex, but the thing about it is let's talk about a woman, right? A woman can orgasm many different ways, so she has so many damn options for that orgasm. And so you have basically modern day bed winches, right? The modern day bed winch, they understand that, what I'm saying, they have been conditioned to be almost breeders, but they know that shit is terrible because they're having a whole bunch of different men, go inside them and whatever. So they have, you know how women have to have some type of win, right? So they have to make it about sex, right? Now, even though she orgasmed, she didn't orgasm the right way. The right way. Maybe it was too strong, too whatever. It's so subjective. If you walk into a sex shop, there's 100 different size dildos. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can make that experience whatever she wants to in her head. You feel me? That's why,
okay, so I want to say something to that, bro. I've actually had a woman. Now that you said that, I've actually had a woman before tell me. I said, "Hey, you haven't called me." She said, "I'm gonna stop fucking with you." I said, "Well, why is that?" She says, "Because you made me come too hard for too long, and I didn't like that." What?
Yeah. No, I mean, think about it.
That was confusing to me. That was confusing to me. No, I'm saying I was in my teenage years. I was 18 years old.
That was right on time. That was right on time. I just got three texts right now from a squirter.
Okay.
And she said that she did not want to do that act because if she did that act, that I would have more control of her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
What I'm saying is no, I'm just saying they've made it so subjective to where they can kind of almost marginalize you. I mean, the very thing that they put above everything else now they're able to marginalize that. You feel me? You can have a big dick, but you don't know how to work it. Get me?
And right. And so,
There's
fellas, when you hear
always,
that,
yeah, I'm just
and
saying.
so, fellas, when you
like,
hear that, just keep it pushing to the next one.
right. What I'm saying is it's they've made, like, you got to understand, like, you got a class of women that will not take an L. They will make whatever, like I mean, it'll like, in 5 years it'll be like small dicks matter. Like they'll be like, oh, Cynthia G and all those bitches be like, man, we don't want niggas with big dicks. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, because the narrative, whatever fits the narrative that they want goes in society and it sells. If Mulatto make a goddamn song about small dick niggas, like all those bitches gonna want small dick niggas. You feel me?
Right.
If she makes a song about niggas being like, you know what I'm saying, on some weird fetish shit, like what was that light skinned broad? The light skinned broad made fucking eating the groceries. Like a nigga got to eat the groceries now. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever narrative that they want to make. So they make so subjective, and we already know what the point of sex is. It's supposed to be. It's not even supposed to be of enjoyment. It's supposed to be for procreation. But you got feminism, so you got the sexual liberation now. Now everything has to be on like, are you satisfying me? You know what I'm saying? Now I got to put some toxic shit in my body for sexual to get gratified, like many fucking dicks, and I can't get pregnant. Which the whole point of sex was to get pregnant, right? Am I
Right.
capping? Am I veering off to the wrong direction?
Okay. Okay. That depends on largely about. And fellas, and I want you guys to hear this
But I mean,
when we're
just
talking about.
let's just
Hold on,
have.
hold on,
I
hold
mean,
on,
I mean,
hold on,
let's just
hold
have
on, hold on,
a
hold on, hold
cerebral
on.
conversation, though. Let's
Hold
just have
on a
a
second,
conversation.
because I want the fellas to understand why this conversation is important about failing forward. Because a lot of guys want to be in relationships and not really understanding the point behind, not really understanding the point really behind uh sex and what you want to do, and the reason why she's saying the woman, the female, can be saying a lot of these off the wall type things. Okay, I agree with you. The point of having sex is to have children, but there is a lot that's going on. Slow on. We got Nino. Nino is trying to come up. Let's see. Let's go ahead, Nino. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I think something wrong. My internet, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm borging. Am I borging?
yeah. Well, you
Okay,
borged a
let
little
me
bit, so
restart.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm having. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to test that out to see. But y'all finished talking.
All right, go ahead, Trip. What you got to say?
Oh no, I was just saying is let's just have a cerebral conversation.
No, wait a minute.
Where
Is this the trip that be Trip sound good today? He don't sound like he had a bottle today.
Oh no, Trip. Me and Trip. We hang out and we talk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's why I said like a lot of guys, even in the villain sphere, I talk to them. Okay, and they're so wrapped up in some things that they don't see it. They don't see it, and they may not see it to next week. They may not see it to next fucking year, right? The fact is that when we're dealing with these women, we're not really understanding. Like I was saying earlier, we're dealing with men and female bodies. That's what we're dealing with. So they think that they can do things like we can, and they cannot. They cannot. So they're trying to hang out like they're homies. You're not homies with a female, period. It's impossible to be their homies. Why? Because you don't relate to them. You cannot relate to them, no matter.
But you got to understand. You got to understand the culture I come from. I'm Haitian. The culture that I come from is like the culture values men. They value men. Like I was brought up to value my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my dad like paraded me around because he had a son and he was proud of his son and shit like that. One of the key differences is like American culture do not really value sons and men and shit like that at all. Like even the women don't even fucking value the shit. I picked up my son, right? His head is all patched up, you know, from a haircut that his mom tried to do, and it looked terrible. And you know, my brother-in-law, you know, he knows how to cut hair. He fixed it, of course. And then you know his shirt was all small and shit like that, and she gave him to me like it was nothing. Like, come on, man, would you have your daughter
Because they don't.
like a mess?
Yeah, because they don't value. It's about what they value, right?
He doesn't give a fuck about like. I mean, come on, man.
Because they don't value relationships. They don't value relationships.
It's your son.
No, you don't get it. When women have children these days, it's about utility. It's about what the child can bring to them. Let's give you an example. And this is the reason why the government wants the women to hang on to the children. Because, and then they do certain things. Earned income child tax credit, food stamps, government assistance, housing. You see what I mean? So, other than that,
but women are complete idiots because they can earn.
The government knows this.
But they're complete idiots. They can earn the same type of shit if they can get a sucker to marry them.
But you got to understand something.
They get double.
They don't. But they don't want the discipline. They don't want the discipline because they don't value the relationship. Now,
bro, just for being married, you get a $12,000 goddamn tax break. Your insurance costs about $1,000 less a year if you're married.
Right.
Your life insurance costs way less if you're married.
It's way less if you're married.
Like everything.
See, because because those are the incentives, right? But the incentive to these women, in order for them to have children, all right, safe spaces, right? Where they can drop the kids off at, right? So if a woman has a baby, she don't want the baby no more, she can drop it off at a police station, she can drop it off at a fire department, no question asked.
But you know what's even better? She can drop them off to a dad that actually loves that child, that wants that child.
Well, no, she's not going to do that. Okay? Right. She's not going to do that. But what does this tell you? What it actually tell you is just because they need that alone tells you that women really don't like the damn kids.
Yeah.
This is what that tells you.
Where does the whole moniker "fuck those kids" come from?
You see? You did?
It's thoughts on TikTok. It's thoughts on Facebook. It's thoughts on social media. They're telling you this shit.
Look, check this out. I want to share something with you guys. Are you looking at your screen, bro?
Disclaimer, bro. You got to keep doing this shit. at first you're gonna be hurting so many people's feelings, like especially like the dudes that were raised by single mothers. Right now, you're taking a knife and you're giving them a BBL. You are giving them a BBL right now. It's surgical. This shit hurts to hear this shit. But carry on, bro.
Are you looking at the screen? When asked to women, what do you bring to the table? Not one has ever said, I can take care of a man's home, raise his children, how he see fit.
Man, we got 5 minutes, bro.
How he see fit, peacefully without trying to dominate him. But listen, it's almost New Year's, right? On the East Coast. I don't know if Trip is still there, but it's almost New Year's.
I'm right here, man. No, we got
All
4 minutes, man.
Yeah, and so
my
partners of
son
mine
is
are
in
going.
bed. My son is in bed. But anyways, man. Dang.
You see that? Peacefully, without trying to dominate them. Now you see what the problem is.
What do you mean with the problem? I mean, there ain't no goddamn problems. Um, shit, we don't got no problems over here, my nigga. Anyways, but think about it, man. This environment, like, for if you want to get your Pookie and the Ray Ray on and shit like that, or like your inner degenerate, it's fucking perfect.
Well, the deal is this: is that as a man, you know, when you had levels of sophistication, there was always women that was around following you. See, the problem is that we have men who are still acting like children.
Yeah.
See, you're referring to adult males as Pookies and Ray Rays.
What are you talking about?
Adult males.
Nah.
So what do you call degenerate men?
I guess you know what? The thing about it is I always thought about like the I guess the trope Pookie and Ray Ray.
Uh-huh.
Those were niggas that I always looked at that wanted to be me. You feel me? Like I was a college athlete and shit like that. Got good grades. I had a mother and father and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I, you know, grew up in certain circumstances, I mean, I had a strong foundation. I was always a solid nigga. You feel me? And I never in my life ever envied like a lot of them. You feel me?
Right.
I never envied that shit. Cause I know that shit was it like I championed my dad. I didn't champion no goddamn dope dealer. Fuck wrong with y'all niggas, man? No
Well, to
rapper.
some guys, that's all
I
they
ain't
see.
champion no nigga. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I champion my daddy. You hear me?
Well, to some guys, that's all they had was the neighborhood dope dealer.
Yeah. I mean, some of those niggas are the biggest hoe niggas ever. You feel me?
Well, I realized that those niggas wasn't so tough when they allowed the police come to get them.
Man, once you got listen, I'm a lone motherfucking wolf. You can call it what you want to. When you have a whole bunch of niggas around you, you know what I'm saying? Protecting you and shit like that, man. Come on, man. You already know where your fucking heart's at, man. That shit is your motherfucking chest, man. I mean, no, your heart is not in your fucking chest, my bad. It's in your fucking, like, it's in your throat. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, man. I'm on this bit talking crazy. Anybody? Yeah, man.
All right, so what I want to do, I want to go ahead, bro. I want to go ahead and say Happy New Year's to everybody, right? Because it's about to start happening. I gotta go get dressed because I got some things that I want to go out here and do. Right?
Are you gonna hey, are you gonna get in your zoot suit with Pastor Alexa? Hey, y'all niggas, y'all gonna get zooted. Hey, y'all gonna get suited and zooted.
What you say? Zooted and booted.
Y'all niggas get some zoot suits. Hey, step in the name of love. Hey, you got to do the Chicago thing, huh? Step in the name of love.
Yeah, some of my partners is out here. And
I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah, we're about to have some fun.
Hey, that's a great way to pull women, boy. When you know how to step, shit, man. That's a you melt a woman's drawers off, dog, when you know how to dance and shit like that.
Right. I mean, because you gotta have some culture. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta be a playboy. You gotta have some culture. You gotta have, you gotta be able to know how to tell a good joke, get the ladies to laugh a little bit. See, it's a difference between pulling a lady and making her laugh and making her feel comfortable than being her only source of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference.
You talking about being a dancing monkey?
Right. You're not supposed to be a dancing monkey. It's okay to know how to mix and mingle.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have some culture, right? But I'm not talking about putting on no damn tap dancing show for this broad.
Yeah.
So you gotta have some sophistication.
Hey, but anyways, man, y'all motherfuckers better fucking subscribe to the motherfucking page before I start get active out here, man. Y'all motherfuckers, hey, the man, hey, we gotta pass this shit off to him. Shit, I'm in corporate world now, so I can't really fuck around like I used to. You know what I'm talking about?
But I am gonna need y'all to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, hey, listen, hey, you gotta embrace the sector that you're part of. So you got the you got the Macosphere and that sector of niggas that are just like pandering the hoes and shit. And then you got the villain spear, niggas that are straight contrarians. You know what I'm saying? They criticize niggas they just criticize niggas anyways. All they do is criticize niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, and
niggas ain't
just
playing video. I mean, you got old video game niggas, man. Old video game niggas, old goddamn Pokemon niggas. Like those niggas right there. Old
what you call them? What you say they are? Some video game cartridge heads?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like Nintendo ass niggas, man. I mean, they're not even they're Nintendo niggas.
Right.
Is that a chopper? Anyways, no, you got no. I'm just saying we gotta we gotta talk about it, man. Like what I consider. I mean, I'm not a video. If I was, shit, I'm like I'm a computer. I'm a computer. Like I'm Microsoft. Not soft. I'm micro hard, nigga. We call that shit micro hard. And then you got some Google ass niggas that really don't know the game. They just Google some shit. Talking about red pill this, red pill that. Like.
Oh, yes. I'm very red pilled.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're red pilled, then what's your next steps?
I
mean, a lot of these guys were supposed to be collegiately sound. You know what I mean?
No, like me and you, we're in a unique situation. That's why we vibe so well. Is we're stuck in like this one. I mean, I'm on the tail. We're on the tail end of Generation X. The last year, almost the last year of Generation X. So we've seen the traditional shit. And then like all the younger, like, you know, people that are 2 or 3, 4 or 5 years lower than us, they seen all the modern shit. They've been going through all the modern shit. And then you got the junkies that are like in their 30s and shit like that. So they just seen fuck shit. They ain't seen nothing without a computer. You feel me? We seen shit without a computer. We had to hawk down abroad to talk to her, get her number, hope that her daddy don't pick up, set up a fucking date to the skating ring or the goddamn movies, lock her down like that. You know what I'm saying? And and then her parents are picking her up. You see how many fucking barriers that me and you had to go through just to get some pussy?
I mean, we had serious barriers of entry.
What? Bro, you had to get her, like, you had to hawk her down in like the mall. Let's just say this is not a broad that went to school with you. I'm just saying, like, a, you know, whatever. I mean,
oh yeah,
huh?
You met her somewhere.
Mm-hmm. But
Trip. All right, make your point, because I gotta get ready, because I gotta get out of here. Our New Year's is about to start here in another 40 minutes.
But I'm just saying, they're I mean, these guys are going, and they can find thoughts very easy. You know how hard it was for us to find a goddamn bona fide thought? How hard was
Right?
that?
Yeah. Because I mean, we had one chick. I mean, my sister was the hood, but we had one other chick that was in our neighborhood. You know, that was that was being classified as a hoe.
They're all hoes now.
No, they're right. They're all sluts. They're all sluts. You know, they're all sluts.
No, they're all sluts now. But anyways, man, go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hey, look, I gotta go out with my partners. You know what I'm saying? The kiddos are asleep.
Man, don't get shot, man.
Asleep. Oh no, we good. We good. This Texas.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Happy New Year. We out.
Yeah.